Hey, what's up, y'all? This is April 7th right now, and it's actually 4:30 p.m. Um, this would technically be day 16 in Cambodia. So, yesterday I did Angkor Wat, and it burnt me out. It burnt me out hard, and I ended up with so much footage. I'm still going through it. I decided to get an extra day here. I was supposed to leave today, but I was like, I need time doing editing, and I'm doing pretty good on time. Although I just looked at the mileage, how much to get to the gate crossing I wanted to go to for down south, and it was what was it, 200? No, was it? I think it's 109. I had to look it up. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on it. I think it was 190, so it's very close for the walking route. Um, but today I just been editing, and I realized, oh man, I'm not even going to fit it into two parts. I did it all in one day. It's just I didn't realize how much footage I was walking around with the camera, and this little gimbal DJI is such a good little camera that I nearly never have to throw out footage. So all the footage I'm doing is I'm riding the bicycle. I got to pay attention to not hitting potholes and the traffic and stuff like this. So technically all I'm doing with the DJI is kind of like pointing it off in a direction that kind of looks interesting. And it does all the magic. It does all the stabilization, and it stays in frame. Only once in a while does it come out of frame, and that's fairly easy. You just click on the little joystick twice, and it centers itself. But usually it's just because if it's out of frame or something, it's because I set the gimbal on one of its other modes that it doesn't allow it to track itself. Anyway, yeah, I'm spending today, like I said, it's 4:30 p.m. It's late in the afternoon, but I knew today I was going to just be doing editing, and I'm still doing editing. Hopefully I'll get it all done tonight. Right now it's processing the second half, so part 2, and I realized, oh crap, this is already over an hour. If I continue, and I still got more footage of the other temples, and I'm also trying a few new things with the editing, so that's slowing me down. Like I'm trying, instead of just slapping it together. Like yesterday's was kind of like just kind of slapped together. It was kind of rushing it too much, and when I start rushing it, I leave out things that take a lot of time. Like I like adding music to my at least one, maybe 2 songs. I like at least one song, but that takes time going through and figuring out one that's the proper length and which one actually goes good with the scene. I'm not just randomly just throwing one on there. I've tried several ones, and then I was like, oh, this one actually works, and it's got a feel to it. I'm a kind of a perfectionist when it comes to that. So what that means is I'm anal retentive doing stuff, So it takes me forever to clean stuff. It takes me over to do, it's like I'm trying to get everything perfect when it doesn't have to be that way, Good enough just makes my hair stands up like, good enough is like fingernails on a chalkboard to me. But anyway, yeah, that's the whole thing. I'm not going to be shooting much. I'm going to package today's. If I need tomorrow too, I might as well stay here. I actually had the breakfast this morning, which I missed out on yesterday, and the day before I came down too early. I didn't realize, but it was a really good breakfast. It was scrambled eggs and bread and coffee, and I know someone's like, why didn't you film that? Sorry, slipped my mind. I'll try and get tomorrow's breakfast. Anyway, yeah, that's the plan. So I'm gonna go see if it's done processing the UCut app, see if it's done processing, and then I have to use the Wi-Fi here, which is so-so, right? It just takes a long time. One video was only 25 minutes. It took like 3 hours, and that's not with messing around with my phone while it's doing this. So that means your internet's disconnecting and reconnecting. you know. So yeah, well, I'm dragging this on too long, guys. It's 5 minutes. That's way too much talking. So I'm gonna try and post the next video right now, and yeah, these are all going to be built up and put together. So if I take off tomorrow, this is just going to be attached to it. And it'll be a short video, just updates. I want to make sure I do a day-to-day type thing. All right, guys, bye. Well, I stopped into a restaurant to get something to eat. I just trying a different spot. I'm actually walking around a little. Sorry, I don't got my facial tracking on. So, what did I order? I ordered keema. No, thank you. Chicken dish of some type. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting my, I'm uploading a video right now, the second one, like I said, in the series. I put I'm not sure how Premiere works. Yeah, I know when it goes live, you know, or Premiere, when it first shows that the chat, it opens up a chat room and stuff like that, but I wasn't sure if that actually affects download or uploading speed. So I decided to go ahead and maybe it puts a higher priority on the speed of the upload. So I'm just trying it out. So if I'm not there and the chat room opens up and I'm not answering any questions, it's just because I'm not there. So when I upload, I have to link up to their Wi-Fi, plug in my phone so it doesn't shut off. I have the development options set up, so as long as my phone's plugged in, it won't turn itself off. And that's the only way I've found to actually keep my phone on so it continues the loading process. If it's stuck in one of those 3-hour uploads, which it happens. It just depends on what the Wi-Fi is like at these spots. So yeah, you know, it's experimental. So if you notice that it says Premiere, it's just because I'm trying it. Plus I'm learning about it. I'm learning something new each time, right? This is a new channel. First time I've ever had my own channel. First time of actually having subscribers and interacting with you guys, which is awesome. I really appreciate it. I like doing it. So keep the comments coming. Just about whatever you want. It doesn't have to be about the videos. It can be about whatever you want. And like I said, if it's advertisement, someone trying to sell me something, I'll take it down. But honestly, you're not going to rattle my feathers. There's not anything I'd really want to take down. I want to keep the freedom of speech open on it and stuff like that. I can take insults too. Trust me, living as a homeless person, you get insults. Hey brother, thank you. Thank you so much. And the way to say thank you is rock on. Rock on! No, it's Akan. That's how I memorized it. It's Akan, so yeah. So every time, out of focus. Akan is a pretty easy one. Anyway guys, I'm going to shut it off. I just wanted to blab a little bit at you. I'm getting something to eat, and then I'm going back and seeing how my uploading progress is. So there it is. There's the one I ordered. It's $4. It's Kimmer Loklak chicken. So I'm going to try that. And there it is. It's all ready. And here's the size of my hand. So it's a good portion. Yeah, it's not a bad portion, guys. So that's something I ran into. Is the portions sometimes are not real big. Sorry, I'm messing around with the camera. Yeah, the portions sometimes are really small, but this one actually looks like a decent sized portion. And hang on a second. Yeah. Oh yeah, that is good. That's definitely good. Gets my approval. Alright. It's awesome, guys.
Đau đâu tự gọi thì nuôi.
ครับผม
สวัสดีครับ
Got a lot of same things.
So they're closing down all the streets right now for the nightly market, which is every night. Also, something you start noticing once it gets into the evening, begging is very prevalent in Cambodia. So that's when people bring out their children and stuff. They use their children as a gimmick. It's just a gimmick's a gimmick when you're in the begging life. I mean, right here, right? I've flown a sign a few times. So a gimmick is something like a squeegee or something like that. It's not really you're not really trying to make money. It's just if you do something for someone, then they feel inclined to actually give it back. Hare Krishnas do this at the airports when they give you a little flower. That flower is free, of course, but then they ask for a donation. And now you feel inclined because you accepted the flower, and now you feel that you need to give something in return. So they do the same thing here. It's like you'll see several kids carrying around like bags of recyclables or something like that. They're not really trying to recycle. It's just a gimmick. They usually will have one of their parents is usually a tuk-tuk driver or something. He's usually watching the kids or something, making sure that they're all right and they're not going to be in danger. But it's something you have to get used to. It's not just one town. It's any of the touristy attractions. So I've noticed it. You don't see it a lot in the surrounding countries like Vietnam and stuff, but you do see it a lot in Cambodia. So just, if you're one of those people that have a hard time saying no to a kid that's asking for money, you might not do real well in Cambodia. But it is what it is. Everybody has a hustle and everybody needs to make money somehow. So, no, thank you, brother. Thank you. So, you see, everybody needs to make a dollar some way. You got to put food on your table. I'm not trying to look down on these people at all. You know, it is what it is. So, I just thought I'd drop that in. It was kind of unusual coming from the other countries where you don't see it, and then here it's just another business. So, bye guys, bye. Well, silly me, I came down to the lobby. I decided to ask about the internet because they have several different passwords for several different internets there. So I asked them which one was the best. And she said here in the lobby. And because I got back from an hour and a half of being out, getting something to eat and stuff like that. So after an hour and a half, this only made 14%. After an hour and a half, 14%. And I was like, oh, I can't do this. This is ridiculous. So I came down here and I asked, I said, which one is the highest? And so from 14%, this is only like maybe 10 minutes ago, it's already at 29%. So I should have done this days ago. So anyway, just stupid me. I should have been more. I should have been more assertive with my demands or whatever. I don't know what to call it. So cool. I can start uploading a little bit faster. Maybe I'll stay an extra day just so I can upload in the lobby. All right, guys. Well, that was good news for me. One thing I haven't done is actually done a proper tour of this property here, of the hostel I'm staying in. So I figured I'll do a quick walkthrough since I'm not doing anything else right now. I just uploaded that video. So the street I'm actually on it's just a small walk down this way, and to the left you actually end up on one of the main walking streets, and it's very close to the actual the river too. So the place is called Blossoming Rome Dual Boutique, and they actually own this restaurant right here too. So I mean, it's a nice restaurant. This is where you actually have breakfast in the morning, and if you just want to walk by and look at what their menu is, it's up front. They're usually not busy except for in the morning for breakfast. So this is the restaurant. Nice open restaurant. The building, which is, they have rooms on the bottom floor here, second floor, and up there at the very top is actually like a patio they're working on right now. They're trying to get it all nice and stuff. That's also where the hostel's at. And then there's actually an extension, one more floor a little higher. That's where I got bit by the bee that time, the other day. Front desk is an open area, right, with beautiful like little paintings on the walls. I love these paintings. Receptionist right here, very nice always. You can get to the rooms that way, but I'm gonna go out back here and show you what actually they have for amenities. Is very nice. So they're $4 a night for little table. That's an alternative entrance. So like when you're at the pool, you can just go through that way. The pool is around back here. For $4, which includes breakfast, it's very nice. And they can also get you bus tickets, bicycle rentals, whatever you might need. This is actually the kitchen. So when you do order, they're closed right now. When you do order, that's where they cook it. And I walked by this earlier. You can get to the playground right this way, and then there's the pool here. And the pool's very nice. It's got a hot tub, a little basketball hoop, spot to suntan. It's filled all the way to the top like an infinity pool, and it's got like a little waterfall. So the room actually is up here that we overlook. These are all separate rooms down here. We're on the top floor looking down at the pool for the actual hostel. You got a bar area where you can order with a pool table. So this spot actually has a lot, and if you bring kids, the people here actually have kids, so they have a nice little swing sets, and you know, if you just want to come out here, there's Wi-Fi everywhere here. Although I do a little bitching and griping about the speed that's upstairs. Now I know downstairs they have better. Oh, it looks like they have a slack line. If I've never done slack lining, so but I've seen people do it. And a little bit of a gym. So yeah, it's I wanted to give this spot a quick look over, because honestly, for $4 with a free breakfast, and that breakfast was a roll, a nice big roll, scrambled eggs, a little bit of a cut of tomatoes, a little bit of celery, not a lot, that's celery, cucumber, but it came with coffee and some bananas too. So it was actually a pretty damn decent meal, all in all. And yeah, so I guess I'm kind of saying, if you guys are looking for a budget spot, this is a nice budget spot. So I forgot to mention, they have bathrooms right here, very convenient bathrooms with a shower. And they're still doing work on the place, so you know, it's gonna look a lot more awesome. And they're mindful about the people that are sleeping in the mornings. They try not to make it a lot of noise or anything, but they still have to do a little of the work. So I'll take you upstairs so you can see the balcony. These are the single rooms down below. All the way back if you want your own room. First floor rooms. Up the stairs on the second floor here. But alternatively, if you need a workspace, there's a workspace here too, with some books. And yeah, little workspace. Computer with internet. I don't know. I don't use them. for the freeloaders. And the ambience changes a little when you go up one more floor. It gets more clean and tile-ish. This is what I mean, is that they're still under work. They're working on this area. Look how much room's up here. Woo. And you can see that over here. They're adding tile to everything. Everything's brand new. They're working. All those rooms are getting tile and stuff, getting an up facelift. This is the view from here. And it's just a huge space. And then the last but not least, which I will take you up, I'll be careful of the bee. Is right here. Beautiful night. There's the pool way down there. So anyway, that's the tour of the property. Sorry, I don't have low light setting on. Yeah, and it's a good distance. This is I don't know what they're gonna actually turn this into, but they got plenty of open space to work with. So. And it's a nice 360 view all around. Hey, except for a very small peak of the roof right there. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you with that. I just figured I'd give you a good tour of the property. This is going on a little long, and I'm turning it off.